Well, there's an awful lot of them. We've just got two up here today. Please welcome Mum and Dad, Sue and Noel Radford. And we've just managed to squeeze some more into our audience. Three of their children, Ellie, Amy, Chloe and Chloe's partner, Jake. Hello. Nice to meet you. Welcome. I have to say, Sue, I mean, we've met many times over the years.
Yeah. Baby
after baby, and every time you go, no, that's it, I'm done, I'm done. I'm exhausted, literally, I'm exhausted watching that. One day of your life, I'm exhausted. How do you look so good?
No idea. I think they must keep me looking young. But honestly, life is crazy, but we wouldn't change it for a world, would we?
No, not
So
at all.
how many living at home now, Noel?
There's 18 living at home with us.
To think about that.
Yeah. It's easy to count the ones that have left home, then deduct it.
Yeah.
So, yeah, there's 18 at home.
18 at home, and the two of you, so there's 20 of you in the house.
Yeah.
I mean, I just, like... Just talk me through when you get up in the morning. Like, who uses the bathroom? How do you sit round a table?
Well, we're lucky we've got a couple of bathrooms, so there's generally
but there's 18 of them.
I know.
Yeah, I know.
Sometimes there is
You've got to time it right. So some get up earlier than others, like the high school. They're always up first, aren't they? And the primary school, they sort of get them out of bed and get them all ready. But no, it just seems to work, you know.
Well, it certainly does work, and we love watching it. So this is the new series, 22 Kids and Counting.
Yeah.
We started at 15
we
Kids
did.
and Counting, didn't we?
Did.
We're now up to 22 Kids and Counting. It's on Sundays, 8 o'clock on Channel 5. Well, how do the kids feel about, you know, being followed around with cameras and having their lives now made so public?
I think because we've filmed for so long now, I think it's just normal for them. You just forget that the cameras are there most of the time, don't you? And you just get on with it. But actually, they really love looking back at over the years to how, like, we started when we were pregnant with Oscar, and watching as they've grown up through the years and having all those memories has just been amazing.
Yeah, you can go into the living room and they'll be putting the old series on the TV.
Yeah,
and
I suppose it's like us looking at photograph albums.
That's what it is, and I think
like
that's...
looking at pictures of
themselves. Well, one of the reasons why we thought, OK, we'll do the programme in the first place, because it's like a library we can look back on, and... Because who keeps photos now?
What is the hardest age for bringing up? Do you think it's teenagers?
Teenagers and older ones, definitely. Definitely. Give me little ones over the teenagers.
But say when they're at school and then they need their packed lunch every day or they bring home homework, do you have to have like a little interview with all of them to see what they need for the next day?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
You've got to book your time in, kind of.
Have notes on my phone.
Oh, dear, yeah.
Yeah, so they'll do the homework on their own, and then, you know, if they get stuck, you know, they'll come see mum, dad and things like that. But generally, they just sort of get on.
The older ones are really good with the little ones with homework as well. They really enjoy doing it with them.
I suppose they all have to chip in a bit, don't they?
And the reading, you know, there'll be quite a few of us doing the reading.
Yeah.
Won't they,
Amy, the other day, she was sat at the table with Phoebe doing some maths. Yeah.
Did you recently move house? Is that right? You had to relocate?
Well, we've looked at buying a new house, so that's all ongoing. So you need to keep watching to see what happens there.
OK.
But, yeah, we did need to relocate because it was...
What was the need? More space?
Just a bit more space, more play area for the kids. But the main reason was just privacy.
OK.
Because we were getting people turn up at the house and, you know, it's fine. You get understand that people walk past and take a picture and things like that, but it was just getting a bit too much when they were opening the gate.
This is literally people
to the
just
door
trying
and
to get
knocking
into
on
your
the
back
door.
garden.
Because they'd seen you off the telly and they wanted to come and just say hello?
Yeah.
Oh, God, that's...
Yeah.
I mean, not a normal thing to do, is it?
That was crazy, though, because they were, like... They've come from Scotland, haven't they?
Well, they travelled all the way down?
Yeah, but I think they'd been to the pie shop to get a pie, and Amy had served them, and then they'd come to the house and they were stood at the gate. But the dogs were all out, and I'm thinking, please don't open the gate, because all the dogs would just go out. But, yeah...
And how do you keep track of them all?
All the kids?
Yeah, all the kids.
Well, we have...
Not the dogs.
Well, when we're on holiday, we have Apple AirTags on them, which people find really funny. But because there's obviously a lot of them, we find that they work really good, don't we?
Yeah, the old ones will have, is it like a WhatsApp group, whatever they call it?
Yeah.
So everyone knows where they are. But the little ones that you're frightened of losing in the crowd...
Have you ever lost it? Because we all hear stories about people leaving one in the supermarket or driving off.
One of them went to Zante without telling you, didn't they?
Yeah, she did, Katie. Yeah.
And what happened there?
Well, we found her eventually.
Did you have to go to Zante to find her?
We had to go and find her, yeah.
Oh, I would have gone to Zante and found her.
Yeah. It was an eye-opener when we got there.
That was more her losing her phone, wasn't it? But what about, you know, when you're out with all the little ones? Have you ever literally, you know, forgotten one to put one in the car and driven off? Or...
We always have to, like... Usually, I'm kind of... If you're walking at the front and then there's the kids in the middle bit, I'm usually walking behind just to make sure that all of them are kind of there in front of us.
Yeah.
But when we're on holiday, we found that Apple AirTags are really good because we can tie them to their clothes, and even if they're walking just a little bit behind, you get a notification. It pings that you've lost a child, basically, but you haven't because the child is
just
there.
a little bit behind. That was great.
Listen, I want to ask, we've got Chloe, Ellie and Amy here and Jake, Chloe's boyfriend, who are all in the show. What about you? You're from a very large family now. Any of you wanting to follow in your mum and dad's footsteps and have a big family like your own?
No.
Definitely no. That's from all three of you.
No.
Yeah.
Big no. Although Millie is it Millie who's got two or three already?
So Millie's got 3. Now, Max did like a chat and he worked out that if Millie carried on having children, that she'd actually have 26 by my age. Millie's adamant that she's definitely sticking at 3. She's not having any more.
Why didn't you stick at 3?
Well, we said we were going to stick at 3 and then we just didn't, did we?
No, we kept going.
You stuck at 22?
Definitely
We are done at
no
22.
more. Heidie will be 3 in April and we're... 4 in April, sorry, and we're definitely not having any more.
And you've also got 10 grandchildren now.
Yes,
There must be a birthday every day of the week.
Birthdays in our house are crazy. Like, there's only a few months in the year where we don't have, like, a lot of birthdays, and that's usually January, February.
Oh, OK.
And what about you two? Do you ever get some time? Well, we know you get alone time with all those children. I mean, date night. You know, do you ever just the two of you go out for lunch or a dinner or a date?
Yeah.
Just.
I mean, we tried to, didn't we? We went out last week, and it was only for like an hour or two, but it's just that nice.
It's nice.
Being together on our own, you know.
I think you have to make the time, don't you? When you've got a lot of children, you've got a lot going on in your life, you've got to make time as a couple.
Yeah.
You have to.
Well, here you are, still together. I mean, many years I've met you, and every time you do say that's it, and I'll go, OK, let's see. But listen, it's always lovely to see you and all the kids and the family. 22 kids and counting, they say that's it. Sunday night, 8 o'clock on Channel 5. Noel and Sue, thank you very much.
Thank you.